Hey guys, welcome to Simply Bitcoin, channel that breaks down all the daily Bitcoin news from Twitter to important updates to those cringy fails. We've got it all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But before we get started, Nico, tell us about today's special guest.
Guys, I'm so excited. We got the legendary Keep It Simple Bitcoin. He's the dude that decided to do the bet with American HODL, and he does those awesome tutorial videos for Cold Card. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me.
Awesome, awesome. Phil, take it away with the Clark Moody dashboard.
We're looking at a block height of 649,420. Price right now, 10,490. Chain rewrite days, 516. And total Lightning capacity, 1,093.27 Bitcoin, guys. We're up again. Ever so slightly, but we're up again.
We did take a little bit of a tumble on the price, though. But who cares? Cheaper sats.
Yeah, it's okay. Stacked again.
You got to take as much as you can, as fast as you can.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Take advantage of the opportunity.
Absolutely. It's time for
the Daily Fail. Today's Daily Fail is brought to you by our shitcoining buddy, Chris Berneski. If we can't find the commonality in crypto, how can we expect to unite the world? I love the whole save the world narrative. I mean, it's, you know, don't get me wrong, but Bitcoin was never designed to save the world. It's designed to fix the money.
Absolutely.
And I hate when guys like this introduce these types of narratives. And I actually believe that when they do this kind of stuff, it's nefarious because it ends up introducing the idea that there is a problem and that there is all kinds of separation. And I think that ends up leading to the separation. It's almost like a cause and effect.
So what would be the daily lesson, Phil, from this?
Don't pay attention to Chris.
Don't pay attention to Chris.
That's the daily lesson.
I like it. I like it. All right. It's time for the daily meme review. Okay. I kind of played a little bit here. I'm going to play it again. Oh, it's only a short meme. So it's by shout out RDBTC. There's only one boss here. And it's Michael Saylor in the Hulk beating the shit out of Stool Presidente, which is Dave Portnoy. Guys, what are we going to give this? What are we going to give this? I think it's funny, Phil, and you know that I have a weak spot for funny memes.
Sorry?
What's the spectrum from what to what?
0 to 10.
0 to 10.
10 being the best.
Yeah, 10 being the best.
All right, drum roll, please. And I'm going to give it an 8. Ooh. What about you, Phil?
All right.
7.8. Oh, bro, we're actually pretty close this time.
We're close.
Our legendary guests, the Vegeta.
I give it a 12. And
A
I'll
12.
tell you why.
Oh!
A 12. Because anytime a Bitcoin maximalist is dunking on a pseudo shitcoiner, I'm happy about it. And that's skin in the game to the maximum.
Absolutely. Man,
I like that reasoning.
There's some wisdom there, bro. There's some wisdom there. I like it. I like it.
See,
well, yeah.
Why'd you give it an 8?
Man, because it made me laugh. And things when they make me laugh, it's simple, effective, and it got the message across. And you know, F David Portnoy, bro. That guy's weak hands. He was in there for like a week and then he dumped.
See, that's why I gave it only a 7.8, because there's no way that he could be holding that hammer. No way.
That's
the weak hands, bro.
He's not worthy of the hammer, bro. That was some wisdom right there. You're dropping them today, Phil. Awesome. Okay, guys. Well, it's time for the Daily News, sponsored by. All right. So our news for today. Man, it's pretty epic. I definitely want to get your thoughts on this. We're going to talk about this for a little bit. 3 Iranian power plants plan to sell electricity to crypto miners. When they say crypto miners, they really mean Bitcoin miners. 3 Iranian power plants with enough output to supply half of New York City will soon begin selling surplus electricity to cryptocurrency miners in a bid to create a new source of revenue. So, man, this is awesome. The government is super bullish. They're planning to issue 1,000 mining licenses, and Iran's share of global Bitcoin mining output has increased to nearly 4%, almost double that in September 2019. Guys, this is amazing news because this is further decentralization of the mining of Bitcoin. Phil, we spoke about earlier about that massive plant in Kazakhstan. So hearing another completely sovereign country, nothing to do with Kazakhstan, actually introducing mining themselves. So it's very good to get all of that mining out of China, and I hear this and it just makes me so bullish for the further decentralization of Bitcoin. I definitely want to get your thoughts, Phil.
For me, I'm just really stuck on the fact that it's excess energy. So it's energy that otherwise wasn't being used. So, to the people that sit there and, try to drum up the idea about the narrative, that Bitcoin wastes energy, it's quite the opposite. So, yeah, I'm obviously super bullish about the fact that, it's decentralizing the miners, but at the same time, I'm also focused on the fact that it's actually helping with the energy situation.
Absolutely. What about you? Keep it simple. Drop us some wisdom, bro. What are your thoughts?
If the ultimate use case, being able to be for these countries, the North Koreas and the Irans that are, being marginalized by sanctions, right? Subjective sanctions on the whim of whoever's in control. For them to prove out the use case that Bitcoin literally takes the cheapest energy and makes it fungible across the planet, across the universe. I mean, that's how you show the world, like, this is why this is so important. Like, these man-made rules don't matter. It's just physics that matters, and fungibility of energy. And if we can do it, anyone can do it, and there are no more barriers. Changes the world.
Absolutely. 100%. I like that wisdom. I like that wisdom from our special guest today, the legend. And man, so our next piece of news, and you guys are really gonna enjoy this, okay? Because we got Steve Mnuchin, the Treasury Secretary of the United States. We caught him red-handed on some bullshit. So
only once.
Okay, only once? so let's check out. So basically, some FINCEN files were leaked. And basically what it was is some FINCEN files are more than 2,500 documents, most of which were files that banks sent to the U.S. authorities between 2000 and 2017. They raised concerns about what their clients were doing. So basically what it unveiled is that the leaked documents involving about $2 trillion worth of transactions have revealed how some of the world's banks have allowed criminals to move dirty money around the world. Now, having said that, I'm going to play you guys a small little short video, and it's going to show you how hypocritical the U.S. government is in going with these things. So here's a short little video where Steve Mnuchin is telling Squawka that the US dollar is never used for money laundering.
Problem if we decided every time that cash itself or any other form of currency, every time it's used for some nefarious activities, if we weren't going to use it anymore. I'm not sure that maybe it's a little easier at this point in the technology for certain illicit activities, but that can't be the reason, to say you're not going to use something. We wouldn't even use cash then, because cash is laundered all the time and used for nefarious. That's all we've ever used for nefarious activities, and we certainly had plenty of them.
I don't think that's accurate at all. The cash is laundered all the time. We have the strongest AML system in the world. We just came back from FATF, where on a global basis, they've agreed to implement money laundering. I think, as you know, we use sanctions tools. So we combat bad actors in the U.S. dollar every day to protect the
But
U.S.
you'd agree
financial
that there's
system.
been a
And
lot
all
of-
we're saying is
There's been a lot of nefarious activities historically, and it's never involved Bitcoin. So obviously, it's been pretty successfully done with cash. That's all I'm saying. Unless you think
I don't think it's been successfully done with cash. I'll push back on that. We're going to make sure that Bitcoin doesn't become the equivalent of Swiss numbered bank accounts, which were obviously a real risk to the financial system. I think.
So, as you could see, I'm lost for words. What do you guys think?
Okay, so you'll notice what he did. He reframed the question to answer the question that he wanted to answer. Okay? He never said that all the cash is used for money laundering. But that's what he turned the question into. So that's just typical, that's just typical political doublespeak. That's exactly what he did in that particular video. But this is just more proof that of what we already know. I mean, the idea, how would you think that the banking system, would not be used for money laundering? What other system would they be using?
What has me lost for words, Phil, is that audacious claim that the dollar is not being used for money laundering. Like, look at these examples.
No,
HSBC allowed fraudsters to move millions. JP Morgan allowed a company to move more than 1 billion. Like, it just keeps going on. So like what? He must know that he's lying, Phil.
Oh, yeah. If he doesn't, then he's just he's just a fool. But the reality is that, like I said, he's reframed the question to answer the question he wants. So he's not actually addressing the question itself, which, or the point that, was it Brian, I think his name is, the guy from CNBC or whatever? Like,
yeah, I think that's his name.
I don't know what his name is, but like that, I mean, he was making a valid point and it was accurate.
Absolutely. And what about you? Keep it simple. What are your thoughts on this debauchery?
I think there's a special place in hell for Munch and Butts, because they're just criminals, liars, cheats, and criminals, and they're never held liable because they operate from behind the veil of, institutions, and these institutions have no culpability. They just keep it moving. They take someone else out. They bring some, new staff in or some new frontmen in, and it's business as usual.
Absolutely.
I hope it changes. I hope Bitcoin changes these things, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, man, they're such hypocrites. If they have control, they'll allow the laundering, but if they don't have control, they're not about it. Man, and I hate that, and I do agree with you. Keep it simple, and I also agree with you, Phil. Man, hopefully Bitcoin does change this. And Phil, there was a pretty epic software release this weekend. Why didn't you tell us about it?
Software releases. All right, let's take a look at the software releases. Yeah, I think, what is it today? We've got, all right, Blue Wallet version, yep, that's right. Blue Wallet version 5.5.9 was released today. And in that release, we've got real-time transaction fees and improved experience, sending, bumping, canceling, receiving, bug fixes. So that's it's pretty dope.
Awesome.
A lot of good stuff in Blue Wallet.
Definitely, man. That's literally, if you guys have an iPhone, that's literally one of my favorite wallets. Definitely go check it out. Nuno's a great guy, the developer. And anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this special edition of Simply Bitcoin with our homie Keep It Simple Bitcoin. Guys, go check out his awesome videos that he makes for Cold Card. And of course, I'm going to put down his Twitter down in the link description. Go check him out. He's the man. He's a homie. He's got some wisdom to drop on you guys. And of course, if you guys want Simply Bitcoin and no shit coins, tune in tomorrow.